Hey everyone, and welcome back to my Guild Wars 2 permadeath series. So, just for anyone tuning in the first time, this will be a quick little intro so you can know what's going on. This is a series I've started doing on Guild Wars 2, where I have one life for each character I play, and once they die, that's it. It includes a few little ground rules as well. No asking for help from other players unless they choose to help me. Another one is I can only craft stuff that I get myself. Like, for example, I've picked up the chef profession recently, and I've got a few loaves of bread. I crafted that from ingredients I bought myself from money I made myself on this character. I won't, even though I have a bit of money already on this account, for example, they have 34 gold, I'm roughly trying to keep track of how much money I earn so I can only use the money I've earned specifically on this character, like by selling stuff on the trading post and all that kind of stuff. Then the last rule was no mount usage, so even though I have a raptor unlocked, I'm not allowed to use it at all. And also, here's a quick pick me up if you haven't watched any of the episodes so far. So in episode 1, I made a norn called Jolf. He died horribly to a mosquito and sailed on the forest when he was only level 3. Then I made this character, Jolf Jolfson, which is kind of meant to be a play on like the son of the first character, and I'm going down a family lineage. And the next character after this will be Jolfson, and then after that it'll be Jolfson, if I can even fit that in the character names, and then probably from then I'm going to move on to another character. Now that that's covered, I want to quickly cover what's happened last in the story. So I said last time I would look up the lore for the quest I'm actually doing and figure out what I'm doing. Apparently the lore for this is really simple. Last time I was wandering around, kind of just blundering my way through the game, not understanding what the story was. Apparently the story is really simple. So the Sons of Svanir, which are evil Norn, that's the race I'm playing right now. Well, it's more complicated than that, but I would just call them evil Norn. So the Sons of Svanir, this group of sexist evil Norn, were trying to go and capture a bunch of Minotaurs. I didn't know why. Apparently, they're doing that so they can feed the Minotaurs to a champion to their own champion, a champion of Jormag, which is one of the Elder Dragons in this game, because they want that champion to grow stronger and pretty much kill all the Norn in Holbrecht because they don't like the Norn in Holbrecht for other stories reasons. And also, I said last time that they pretty much how the Sons of Svanir started is that there's this Norn dude called Svanir, and that he went and became evil for some reason I didn't understand at first, and he betrayed his own sister Jorah and tried to kill her, and then Jormag, he might have either succeeded or might have not, I forgot that part, and Jormag pretty much rewarded him by turning him into a giant bear monster. And I figured out that the reason why he actually turned evil was a really simple reason as well, just like the really simple reason of the Sons of Svanir wanting to capture Minotaurs so they can feed them to some type of champion, and that was because he was in a place where one of Jormag's champions was, and the champion was below the ice, and the champion pretty much whispered to Svanir and said like, hey, you joined Jormag and we got like free cookies and stuff and I can make you stronger. And then Svanir accepted the whispers and were like, deal man, sounds like a good deal, and betrayed his own sister Jorah. And yeah, I think Jorah foiled him in some way, and that's why the Sons of Svanir really hate women in this game. Oh, and yeah, also, so what happened last time, story-wise, in this series is that I went and pretty much foiled the Sons of Svanir by killing one of their, like, not-so-good champions. He was honestly a bit terrible and easy to defeat. And I also saved the Minotaur spirit because in this universe, in Guild Wars 2 universe, a lot of animals have spirits, which are kind of like the versions of Norn gods that watch over them. And apparently Minotaurs had a spirit, the Minotaur spirit, and it was really angry and lashing out at any hunter that came near because it was angry about all its children getting killed by the Sons of Svanir. So that's also what was happening in the story. So now, the next part of the story I'm doing, called One Good Drink Deserves Another, pretty much what's happening here is that for the last story step, I chose that I'm going to dress up with air and pretend to be, whatchamacallit, pretend to be people who sail ale. I forget what you call it. Brewmasters, I think. That was it. Yeah, we're pretending to be brewmasters, and we're trying to get the Sons of Svanir drunk. And unlike last time, I'm actually going to try and read through the dialogue so I understand the story a bit better. So as you can see, my disguise is already activated. I look like a, well, Dang, that actually looks kind of fancy. Jolson could learn some fashion tips from Air. He should dress up like this more often. Yeah, and by the way, I'm actually going to listen to the dialogue more this time instead of just skipping through it. I do have the voice acting off, though. Oh, it's just a beer merchant disguise. Apparently, I got it wrong by saying it's a brewmaster disguise. It's like I think brewmaster is like a higher tier. Yeah, and here, my character Jill, like, it's just the main character in the story. The dialogue is always the same, no matter what you choose. And he actually says, "Hey, you look quite good in this outfit," and I actually agree. I reckon she does look kind of good. Except there's one thing that's kind of out of place. This character has really, really long hair, and the hair is somehow missing, and she's gonna have hair at later points in the game. So I'm gonna say that Jill is just casting a mesmer illusion, and that's how it's working. Because otherwise her hair would be kind of hanging out of her hat and it wouldn't make any sense. And she wouldn't have cut it off because later on in the story she'll have it again. Good, some dialogue I can read, so I'll try to sound as drunk as possible, this guy. This ale is magnificent. I should make the most of it. A toast to, I think I have too many. What should we drink to? And then I can say, to Jormag, the ultimate predator, the ultimate challenges, and then to Bear, the true spirit of strength and ferocity, and a hunter's best friend, or to Al, we mourn our loss and honor your memory, or, wait, let me think. Those two seem like really stupid options because the Sons of Svanir are against the Norn spirit, so I'm just going to say, to Jormag. I'll drink to that. You know our founder, Svanir? He met Jormag face to face. The dragons blessed him, gave him the strength to surpass all others. And I'll just say, another toast then to Svanir, the greatest hero who ever lived. Or you can also say, don't forget his sister, who also met the dragon, Tajora. Or here's one to Aski, who brought Jormag's tooth to Holbrook. Those two options, I can tell, would just antagonize the Sons of Svanir so much. So I'm just saying, another toast to Svanir. To Svanir, that's the stuff. Okay, brothers, time to break up this party. Those back on duty, back to your posts. Everyone else gets some rest tomorrow. We have more minotaurs. And I'll just say, nighty night, boys, sleep well and deeply. And off they go to the hut. I won't. Basically, you get the gist of how the Sons of Svanir would sound drunk. I'm not gonna like voice every single character drunk, or that would just sound. That would just probably get on your nerves. Oh, okay. I ran up to him without any oil, so he's just said, ale monger, more oil. Oil, no. Ale monger, more ale. He doesn't want to drink motor oil. The Sons of Swanee aren't that stupid. Whole ale monger, this isn't the best place for a moot. I'll take a flagon, but then you should pack up and clear out. And then and the only options are, alright, let me just see if anyone else wants some, which kind of like backs off dialogue with this guy, and the other option is, but you haven't even, but I haven't even broken out Bear Brain Basher Brown Ale yet. Wow, that's a lot of B's. You have Bear's Brown? That's a different story. Some of us like me would kill for a sip of that. Brothers, gather around. Bear's Brown for everybody. Hold on, Bear and I don't brew this for everybody. Only the toughest drinker gets a taste. I don't know why I'd say that. Just, I think better off getting everyone drunk here. I wish you'd said that sooner. Now I have to remind everybody who's the toughest. Get back to your posts, you the cods. It's only enough for me. That's what Bear likes to see. Whoever wins this argument gets the ale. No, I'm going to have it all, I say. All those years I've always hated you. You know why? Oh, there's going to be a punch-up probably. Here we go. Every time this clown gets a drink, he starts on me. I swear I'm gonna... Yes, fight. Because you're weak and stupid, you're not fit to serve the dragon. Go worship Mink or Bunny. I don't even know what Mink is. That does it. I'm going to stomp on your head till it pops in a grave. Oh, those insults. The roasts are so good. He took off his shirt too. I love the father story.
I will drink
Alright,
for your
skull. Oh, whoa. I didn't expect that. They're all just kicking each other's ass. You know, I'm gonna do what Joe would do in this situation. Sit and watch. I'm not gonna fight. This is honestly funny. That's enough time for me, I yield. So if you wanted to, I guess you could get in the fight there as well, but honestly, like, they're already fighting each other, and I'm like a mesmer, which would probably like focus on being all sneaky and stuff, so honestly, why bother? I win, I'm the strongest, and now the strongest is going inside to take a victory nap. This dialogue is A++. Doing such game developers here doing such a good job making the Sons of Spania just seem like idiots. I mean, they kinda are. I can't turn down a fine ale, just don't let me too drunk or Victon will have my hide. I think that's actually the guy I beat up before and then told him to get out of here because he's not worth my time killing. I basically gave him a sick burn in the previous story episode. But again, I forgot I meant to actually have ale in my character's hands before I walk up to this guy. But it is kind of funny how he's like the only one left, everyone else just beat each other senseless. Ah, welcome inside, a nice cold ale to take my mind off the stench of these animals. Ah, but I shouldn't, I'm Judy. What, guarding some bad tempers cows? That's a chore, not a duty. You deserve a break. That's a really smart thing to actually say. I do deserve a break. Besides, one little drink never hurt anybody. Am I right? Absolutely, and the more you have, the more right you'll be. Bottoms up, brother. Okay, that seems a bit sketchy. I wouldn't say that if I was in this situation. Ugh, I need to lie down. Keep an eye on the Minotaurs for me. Oh, I will. I have a feeling like I'm going to keep a really good eye on the Minotaurs. I'm actually just going to wait until he actually gets inside the tent so it's more realistic. Yeah, immediately, first thing I do is like just open the gates. I'd love it if the Son of Spania there just immediately ran outside being like, what the hell is going on? And then he just got trampled. In fact, this guy here should have really gotten trampled. Those Minotaurs like ran right into him. What happened? The last thing I remember, we were having a party. Then I went to sleep. I thought you were watching the pen. Yeah, he was. I thought you were watching the pens. Gah! Dragon, help us when Vidcon finds out. Wake up, those aren't merchants. They are the enemy. I don't know how they know, but deploying Ice Worm.
Fight.
Imagine if we were actual merchants though, and then the Sons of Spania killed me in air, and then the boss, like Victon, came and was like, what are you idiots doing? You just murdered our ale supply. I love that. But seriously, I don't know how the Sons of Spania, like, actually knew that me and Air weren't merchants by the skies that were fooling them before. And I mean, instead of just pulling out our weapons and attacking them, what me or Air really could have done is being like, oh, so the enemy, after we give you free ale, oh, shove off. If anything, like, the guy who said we're the enemy is the idiot, we should bash his brains in, and you could probably get the Sons of Spania to mob one of their friends, and then leave this place without too much issue. Minotaurs are free, and the Sons of Spania won't be hurting any more of them. Yep, good point, Air. And here my character's saying, like, that'd never be said that Erstegoken doesn't know how to throw a party. I was like, did she really do that much? And I remembered, yeah, it actually did a decent amount here. She was the one who brought the pack to Ilak. I didn't spend my hard-earned silver on that, which I'm guessing is what she did. Like, well, maybe she owns the pack door, like maybe it's a pet, but she definitely bought the ale for this. My character Drilf didn't do any of that. I'm pretty sure though, for Drilf's story though, it's not going to be canon. Okay, I'll explain what I mean by canon. So I made up my own personal story for Drilfson here, and that's his father died and sailed on. We're trying to make a name for himself because no one's all about like building legends and making a name for yourself. And then I also made up that Drilf, the original character, ended up, like, for his armor and stuff, he ended up paying an armor smith, but then he died before he could ever pay it back because he pretty much taken out a loan. So that and a number of other family debts was then inherited here by Drilfson, and in order to make that back, he tried to go and to Queensdale, where he started helping the farmers there to earn some money to pay off his family debts. And so far, because the character hasn't died yet, I'd say, story-wise, he has mostly succeeded. I'll just treat all this Sons of Spania and killings in here and like the Minotaur stuff as a what-if scenario. Like, what if Jolfson was some kind of legendary hero who actually worked with Air, when in reality I bet he'd know a little bit about her. He'd be like, oh yeah, I heard about her, I wish she'd like work with me someday, but that would never really happen. So yeah, so I'm making my way over here right now to Blaine the Insane. because I want to complete his hero challenge. And he says, you probably believe the lies the other lodges tell you about the Sons of Svanir. You couldn't handle the truth. You can either say I don't have time for this, or I can handle plenty. I'm listening. It takes a strong mind, heart, and body to follow a dragon. That's what we do. Females and many males are too soft for it, too tender. And then you don't like females? We don't like anyone who is weak. Our time is coming. Our power is rising. Only those who can fly with the dragon are worthy of our attention. His wording is weird though, because none of the Sons of Svanir actually have wings. I get he's kind of being metaphorical, but I think a lot of Sons of Svanir would actually love it if they had wings and they could actually fly with Jormag. Here I see, I've had enough of this. Goodbye, or but females are strong. Even if they were, and I've seen no sign of it, we can't trust them. It was a female named Jorah who killed Svanir, our martyr. Oh, so she apparently didn't just set back Svanir. She straight up killed them. Jorah, sounds like Jorah did your call to number my turn. Honestly, if this was actually Jolfson talking to this guy, I have a feeling he'd be much more passive and actually pretty much weasel his way out of this conversation and then say goodbye to Blaine the Insane instead of antagonizing him and getting in a fight with him. Oh. He says that maybe you are strong enough to learn the tale, and I try to talk to him again because I thought maybe there's a way I can actually like learn the tale, but apparently no, it's just the same dialogue option as before. What a pity. Oh, I also forgot to eat any of the bread I have. Yep, so now no cut needed because I'm just going to teleport back to Holbrook and meet up with because even though I'm trying to pay a lot of attention to this part of the story, I don't really know why I'm seeing her. Maybe it's just to have a good old drink of ale and celebrate a job well done of totally screwing over the Sons of Svanir and making them bash each other's heads in and then killing a few. Because yes, we saved a bunch of Minotaurs, but I'm not sure if the Minotaur spirit itself is actually protected yet. It'd make more sense to, like, I don't know, get some meat and lead it into Holbrook so it can be protected for a little while, because that's kind of a non-combat zone. Because in Holbrook there are some Sons of Svanir, but, like, if they were to bash up any Norn for, like, their anti-spirit beliefs, in the entirety of Holbrook would just come running along because they'd, like, be like, oh, you want to do what now? Not an hour watch, and they'd bash them to pieces. Oh, and by the way, when Air's talking to Garm, that's the name of the wolf here. Actually, a kind of famous character, even though it's just a wolf. Like it's pretty much Garm's pretty much been Air's pet for a long time. Oh, okay. Now I understand what the next part of the story is. So apparently the dragon minion is the champion I was talking about before, and then Victon is the character I beat up, I think, in the third episode, since this is the fourth one. And the reason why Victon is actually still alive is because when I skipped some dialogue, my character, as I said before, pretty much said it's not even worth it killing you. I'm just going to like let you go, and you can like I guess squirm in your own misery of not being able to defeat me. Pretty much, he gave Victon a really sick burn, like verbally, but not physically, and didn't kill him either. So now Victon is still at large because my character didn't kill him for some weird reason, even though he was clearly ready to kill my character and Air. Oh, I also forgot that the previous story step also gave me a bunch of a bunch of loot, and one of the things I actually got is a wooden scepter, which is real neat because now I've unlocked all the Mesmer scepter abilities. Since I've played Mesmer I know how they work. I actually like them all. I really like playing with scepter on Mesmer. So while walking over to the new waypoint, I'll just explain what the scepter abilities do, and then after I finish explaining that, I'll put a cut in until I'm actually at the next step of the story, so you have to see me trudge through the woods and just basically go hiking, which is would be boring. So the abilities you get when you have a scepter are a 3-hit combo, which is the same for most weapons, where You pretty much shoot a bolt of energy at your target, then you shoot another stronger bolt of energy at your target, and then the last one is you then, I think, deliver some kind of energy blast to your target while also summoning an illusion. Illusionary counter is where you hold out your weapon in front of you, and if anything strikes you, you block that attack, and then you summon an illusion as well, I'm pretty sure. And then the last one is confusing images, which it's if you ever seen that meme, I'm a fire and my laser, with like that mouth open, the face opens its mouth and a laser comes out. This is like a tiny bit similar, except not as strong as that at all. It's not like world ending where it can make a character just fly across the edge of the screen and die immediately, like what happens in a lot of shoot-de-whoop animations. That's what the thing's called, by the way, if you want to search it up. I think it's spelled SHOOPDEWOOP. Yeah, if you wanted to like just search that on YouTube if you want, that will probably give you plenty of footage of that meme mouse. Oh, and don't worry, when I say like getting blasted across the screen, most of the animations featuring Shoop-de-Whoop are completely like PG. You don't have to worry about any gore or like limbs flying or anything. It's very, very tame. Oh, and would you look at that? I've actually talked for so long that I'm almost at my destination, so I might as well just walk the rest of the way. Oh, also, before when I said like deploying Iceworm, that was kind of a joke and a play on engineers, because I forget what game I've played, but in some game there's like a character that says like deploying turret or something like that, and I was like, why don't I say that? I'll just like say deploy Iceworm just for the fun of it. Also, I'm debating if story-wise, I don't know if I want to make it canon or not that Drulf has his own little pet Iceworm. In fact, why not? I just say, yeah, Drulf does have his own pet Iceworm. And I'm thinking of some more story that could accompany it. I'm thinking that maybe at one point some other one was like, isn't it a bit dangerous to like have an Iceworm pet? What if it grows too big and turns and you're like, oh, this isn't an Iceworm pet, it's an illusion. And like, oh yeah, I understand, you're a mesmer. And like, very realistic though, touching it. And then he's just like whispering to it out of the corner of his mouth, like, now, Wormy, don't bite anyone. You need to like keep up the fact that you're pretending to be an illusion. Oh, interesting. So the way they pronounce it, so they call the Minotaur spirit just Minotaur, as in that's its name as well. I always refer to it as a D-Minotaur spirit, but I guess the Norn in this game have different naming conventions. Aw, that's a real shame. I thought this Iceworm hatchling was like mine. I was like, oh, that's neat. It appeared like my little pet appeared to me and like was ready to defend me without me even summoning it. No, that's not the case. Instead, these is for some reason just Iceworms here that I guess are in the way. Need to be defeated. I thought that was gonna hit me for sure, but apparently not. Apparently that Smania bolt thrower just couldn't touch me. I love the little like animations and things the enemies in this game will do. Like how that Son of Smania, they kind of like took a moment to realize, oh wait, he's coming close to the ballista. Oh, he's coming really close. Oh shit! And then it was too late because he's dead. I was thinking of just maybe moving on and not bothering about the bolt thrower, but Garm there, like Air's pet wolf, would have taken ages just nibbling at it before he would finally move on and kill it. So I just ended up helping with that a little bit. Yeah, I know it could be a little deadly, like running right into the middle of these enemies, but I'm fairly confident in my abilities, and also I got Wormy, which yeah, I'm choosing that. I've decided that's also going to be the canon name of Drill's Iceworm. Yay! Yeah, I know. Wormy the Worm, really kind of lackluster, but I feel like the name fits. I almost feel like I've got a small adventuring party here that could actually be like, I don't know, useful if I ever wanted to do a dungeon. Like I could imagine tales of like these four doing a dungeon together. Wait, is there four? Oh, five. So there's Wormy, then there's the Minotaur Spirit, then there's Air, and then there's Garm. I'm now like picturing them all as different classes. Like the Minotaur Spirit is the tank, Jolty is DPS, Garm is, I don't know, a thief or something since he's sneaking around. Oh, Dialogue, more dialogue. Oh, so apparently the guy I faced before wasn't actually Vidcon. This is a different guy. Now it makes more sense. Ah, my dragon beast needs a full meal before I can turn it loose in the whole break. I want to see it now. I want to know what the dragon beast actually is. Oh, we're not delivering the Minotaur to your pet. You were delivering like your pet to the Minotaur. That's kind of a cool way of wording it. I'm surprised there's any dialogue at all. For a son of Svani, I probably expected Vidcon to just run out of his house screaming, great sword in hand, to just like attempt to clobber my character in here.
Somebody stop me! Oh yeah!
He's actually apparently a champion enemy. That's interesting. Hopefully I can actually beat him. I mean, he does seem to be going down a little easy. And also I've decided just to focus on him first, so that once he's down I can then concentrate on the other thing. It's also interesting how he calls this thing a dragon beast when really this thing here is just it's just an ice brood. Ice brood is the minions of Jormag, by the way. Like each elder dragon in this game has its own minions. Primordus has got the flamey boys, the whatchamacallit, the destroyers. Kraltakork, the crystal one's got his branded, and Zykan's got his risen, which are like special versions of zombies, his own custom zombies. And apparently Vidcon here can't actually be defeated while you have a while he's got the while the ice brood is there. It'll like buff him in some way. But once it's down, apparently he goes down as well. So it's actually apparently a better idea if I focus on the ice brood first, but I haven't played the story at all, so I didn't know that. Yeah, and that's nice. Air and my character just congratulating each other for a job well done. Yep, I called it before. They're going to celebrate over ale because no one loved drinking. Oh, apparently Air promised that. Oh, that's kind of funny. Air saying there that apparently the Sons of Spania drank all the Bear's Brown Ale in Hovrak. So those are the Sons of Spania as mentioning before, how they like are allowed in the city, but if they cause a ruckus, a fight would start. Yeah, and now Air is saying if you're ever in trouble, feel free to call on me. Me and Garm will be at your side, which is honestly a really nice sentiment, and I'm starting to grow in the character more. I used to not like Air that much as a character in Destiny's Edge, which is pretty much this legendary team of heroes that includes her, Logan, Rentlock, and Case, the Suvari. Yeah, I think that's all of them. But through this, I'm actually starting to like a character a lot more. And also, more good news. I got the exact same looking shoes, so I can immediately just equip them a few times. And have the same coloring on both sets of... Oh, yep. I guess this might be a bit of a clown shoes moment. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, in the very first episode, you haven't watched it already, the first character I had, Jules, I ended up cracking up a whole heap at one point because I said that like the things like the clothes he was wearing looked a lot like he was wearing clown shoes because it's just how ridiculous it was. I got like 2 pieces of armor, and yeah, it just generally looked real ridiculous. So that's kind of what I was referencing. So I'm just gonna put a small cut in. Go over to one of my other characters, grab a whatchamacallit, grab a I'm trying to struggle with the words here. Yeah, Black Lion chest, that's the words I was looking for. And then open it to see what it's inside because you actually get a Black Lion key for completing this story step. Don't worry, most of the stuff you get from Black Lion chest is cosmetic though, so I doubt they'll influence this character's progression too much. Like they won't give him a major boost in power all of a sudden. So I'll get back once I got the Black Lion chest, we'll open it and then call the episode there. And here we are after the shortcut that I said I'd put in. I'm over at Claypool because I just decided to go there because I like being in the human starting area, I guess, and I've just also went over to Claypool because there's a bank here, and that's why I shoved the Black Lion chest in. I just logged into my other characters that already had a chest I knew about, and now I'm going to open it with a key. Ah, so apparently you get a PvP kit through this. Neato. Ah, so a material bag from Majora's Marshes, which is one of the Living World Season 4 maps. That is some, at least the elaborate totems are nice. That's actually some really high tier crafting materials. Quite happy about that. For the battle hardened PvP kits. Oh. Level 70 food, and my bank's already filled. I mean, I'm kind of happy about that, but on the other hand, I really don't know where to put this stuff. I guess it's kind of nice, and I do have a few like level 80 characters on this account, so I can actually. Yeah, why not? What am I talking about? That actually was kind of a nice thing to get. I'll just give the food to them, and then I can use it on them because no way Drelf could eat that. The food is much too powerful for him. Much like that meme about the potion seller and stuff. And then of course the other thing I got is a potion of the mist. It grants a small amount of reward track progress in both World vs. World and PvP. I haven't even selected a reward track to go along yet. And then the last thing I got was an upgrade extractor, which pretty much guarantees you to be able to extract an upgrade out of an item if you like got a sigil which you don't want to get ruined or something like that. So I actually have a stack of 3 of them so that I can just stack on top of that. And the same with the Black Lion statue which I have here, that can just stack up to make it 9. So yeah, I'd say I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised about the stuff I got out of that Black Lion key. It's definitely not the worst stuff I've got. It's not the best, but yeah, I'd say thumbs up to that. I'm definitely happy about what I got. And that pretty much covers it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it funny, or even maybe hilarious. And I hope you join in next time for more of Jolf's adventures. Unfortunately, next time, I won't be able to continue the personal story, because you need to get up to level 20 before the next part of the personal story activates. So it's going to be a bit more just leveling before that happens. Good news, though, is that I'm already at level 13, so it's only like 7 more levels before the next part of the personal story happens, and I actually really want to know what that is because I haven't played much of the one personal story yet. Anyway, enough rambling for me. Like I said before, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time if you decide to subscribe and tune in next time. If you don't, that's fine though. I mean, completely your choice if you want to or not. Yeah, that's it for now though. Bye.